After more than 2 months of the war, Israel's unrelenting indiscriminate strikes on Gaza have turned the north of the Strip into a pile of rubble and are now pounding the middle area and the south with increasing brutality. The suffering of Palestinians trapped in Gaza can no longer be put into words. This report has more.
Fighting in the Gaza Strip escalated with what residents described as some of the most intense Israeli bombardment of the war. Bombing was at its most intense over the northern part of the Gaza Strip, where orange flashes of explosions and black smoke could be seen as morning broke. Planes roared overhead, and the booms of airstrikes thundered every few seconds, punctuated by rattling gunfire. In the south, where hundreds of thousands of people are sheltering from war that has laid much of Gaza to waste, an Israeli strike killed the commander of the main checkpoint, which was opened just days ago to let in aid. Residents in Jabalia, close to the Israeli border, said the area was now completely cut off, with Israeli snipers now firing on anyone trying to escape. The World Health Organization said that the last hospital in the northern half of the Gaza Strip had effectively ceased functioning over the past 2 days, leaving no place to take the wounded. The intensification of fighting comes even as diplomatic efforts have been ramped in the final weeks of the year to stave off humanitarian catastrophe. The sides are discussing a new truce to release some of the hostages still held, while the UN Security Council is working on a new plan to ramp up aid. The talks appear to be the most serious since a week-long ceasefire collapsed at the start of the month, but the public positions of the opposing sides are far apart. Israel says it will negotiate only on a temporary pause in fighting to free hostages, and the Palestinian resistance says it is interested only in negotiations that will lead to a permanent end to fighting. Washington, the Israelis' closest ally, has told it in recent days to scale down its ground offensive soon, after Biden said indiscriminate bombing of Gaza was eroding global sympathy that had been ignited by